What's going on, y'all? The Brandon Brownson here with another episode of The Brandon Brownson Unscripted. If I am not mistaken, this is episode 9. Now, I want to warn you guys, it's 10:19 in the morning. I haven't slept yet. I might be a little bit loopy in this video. Bear with me here. I also realize that the lighting is kind of less than ideal, but I wanted to do this as a direct upload on the webcam. But unfortunately, for some reason, I'll get like 5 minutes into recording, and then the webcam will be like, hey, I'm not gonna work anymore. Fuck you. So I said, well, fuck you, and I'm doing it this way. Kinda really hoping that the Windows Movie Maker on my buddy's computer will at least enable me to cut the beginning where I press the recording button, and let me do it from there. I'm not gonna be able to do a whole lot with it, but something's better than nothing, am I right? Anyways, let's get into what I wanted to get into. First of all, I wasn't going to do a, hey, here's my views this month, like I usually do. I think the circumstances here require me saying something about it. You guys, last time I checked, we're at over 958,000 views. You guys, at the rate that I'm going, next month's TBB Unscripted will be at 1 million views. I don't get excited very often, especially not to the level that I am about this, but I am fucking excited about this. You guys are fucking awesome, and I fucking love you, and I feel like I'm saying fuck a lot in this video. So, that's the thing. Thank you guys for getting me to where I'm at right now, and where it looks like I will soon be. You guys are amazing. I love you guys to death. Let's move on. A couple videos back, I mentioned that I was working on a second EP, and some of you guys messaged me like, hey, what the fuck is this about? So I figured I'd talk a little bit about that. For those of you who don't know, I do make electronic dance music under the moniker of Dr. Frankenrhyme. Over the summer, I released my first EP, titled Extraterrestrial EDM. If you want to download that, go to the crotch bar. That's what I call the description, the crotch bar. Go to the crotch bar. First link will be a link to my Bandcamp account. You should be able to download the album there for free. If not, let me know. Should be totally free. So if you want to check it out, check it out. I also have a lot of my music on YouTube, but I digress. And yeah, I'm working on a second EP, which I will call Slendertronica. Kind of a play off the whole Slenderman thing that's going on. I have 3 tracks that I know are going to make it on, which are going to be my Pat Does It remix. I should probably ask Pat if that's okay. Maybe my Pat Does It remix, but definitely my Texas Chainsaw Massacre dubstep remix, and a unreleased track, at least you guys haven't heard it, called The Pants Off Dance Off. Other than that, I have a bunch of tracks made. It's just I'm not in love with any of them. And with one exception, I'm in love with every song that's on my first EP. So I'm working on that. I wanted to have it out by now, but unfortunately, it's looking like it's going to be closer to a mid-spring to an early summer release. So that's a thing. And now for my favorite part, the question and answer segment. I'm going to go ahead and start with the ones on the back. The first question comes from Rorik, and he asks, thoughts on The Hobbit or any new movie? Rorik, to be perfectly honest, the last time I went to the movie theater was to see The Avengers. I don't get to the movies very often, and it's not because I don't want to, it's because I don't have the fucking money. So, next time I see a new movie, I'll let you know. Next comes from Jared Games. Thoughts on George Lucas selling Star Wars? I seem to be in a very small minority in that I actually like the fact that George Lucas sold Star Wars to Disney. Hear me out here. You guys saw the fucking prequels. You guys know how much dick the prequels sucked, right? Now let's be honest. You have 2 options here. Option A, George Lucas hangs on to Star Wars, and either does nothing with it, or continues to release shitty movies. Or B, somebody new takes the reins. Now, Disney could do something really good with Star Wars. Disney could do something really bad with Star Wars. I don't know. I haven't seen the movies that they're going to release. Obviously, they haven't made them yet, but I digress. The point I'm trying to make is that it's better for someone new to try something with it than to have a guy who's done nothing good to it hang on to it. I hope that made sense. It made sense in my head anyways. Next question comes from Paul5028. He sends in 2 questions. The first one, what is the worst game you have ever played? Probably Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde for the NES. My little brother Joey goes to this game shop quite a bit. I think it was my little brother who got it. He goes to a game shop quite a bit, and as a Christmas present, the owners in the game shop just gave him a fucking copy of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde because he goes there so much. So I sat down, I played through that for 5 minutes. I fucking just... That game's bad. That game deserves all the fucking hate it gets. That was the shittiest game I have ever played in my life. And that's saying something. Because I used to play this Hello Kitty game. Well, I didn't want to play it. I was helping my little sister with it. I have a feeling I've said too much. Next question from Paul5028. What is one celebrity you want to meet? I originally thought that this was going to be a difficult question because you told me I was only allowed to meet one celebrity. But it's pretty easy. John Green. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. He's my favorite author. He's absolutely fucking incredible. If you guys don't know who John Green is, look him up. He's awesome. So, yeah, John Green. The next question comes from Mr. Squibbles. Steak taco or steak nachos? Mr. Squibbles, it's going without saying. Steak taco. Inside jokes that nobody fucking gets. The next 3 come from Taylor Collett. 1. Do you play Xbox? Yes, I play Xbox. 2. What is your gamer tag on Xbox? Bubba Kahuna 69. BUHKHAHUNA 69, all one word. His last question is, who do you want to be the president in 2016? Dude, way too early to say. The next 3 questions come from Miss Lily Valentine. And she asks, 1. Pokemon or Digimon? Psh, dude, come on. Pokemon. 2. Who is better at narrating? Morgan Freeman or Samuel L. Jackson? Psh, dude, Morgan Freeman. You can't beat God. And 3. Xbox or PlayStation? That one's kind of hard, because I'm only just now getting to play PS3. My little brother got one, so whenever I go over to my mom's, I kind of fuck around with the PS3. So it's kind of hard for me to say right now, because I haven't played enough PS3, but I do like the fact that the PlayStation 3 has a lot more exclusive titles for it that aren't first-person shooters. Really, the only 360 games I can think of that are exclusive titles that are worth a damn are Halo and Gears of War. Some of you are going to say, but Gears of War isn't a first-person shooter. It's a shooter. That's my point. So, that's a question I'm going to have to go a little bit more into once I've played more PlayStation 3. So, it remains to be... I'll answer it later. Yeah. I'm tripping over my words. I'm a professional. The next 4 come from Isaac Spiro. The first question that Mr. Spiro asks is, do you play Game Boy Advance? I remember when I was a kid, I used to play a lot of Game Boy Advance. Nowadays, nowadays I'm trying to get a little bit more into the GBA. I've gotten a lot of emulator games for it, so I'm checking more and more of those out. The next question, kind of a part 2 to the first one, is what are your favorite Game Boy Advance games? Should go without saying that the Pokemon games released for the Game Boy Advance, Fire Red, Leaf Green, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, those are on there. The only other game that really sticks out to me right now is Castlevania Circle of the Moon, I think it was. The first Castlevania game that was released for the Game Boy Advance. That was the first GBA game I ever got. I remember playing that quite a bit when I was a kid. I haven't really gone back and played it, so I can't tell you how well it aged, but that really stuck out of my mind, so, those. And, oh, 2 more, yeah. Question number 3, what are the things that you currently do? YouTube, obviously. I've been doing a lot of writing. I've been trying to work on my EP. I don't have a job. I'm looking for a job, but I don't currently have a job. So I'm just doing whatever odd jobs I can get my hands on. And other than that, just kind of trying to do shit around the house. Usually procrastinating it, but, you know, trying. And the last question that Mr. Spiro asks is, what are the games that you are currently playing? Currently, I'm not playing anything, because I don't really fuck with my emulator games that much, because I keep forgetting to grab my remote from home, my USB remote, and the Xbox over here is fucked up. A, for some reason we still can't find where the damn remote is for it, and B, the door, the disc thingy, the disc tray, that's it. The disc tray doesn't open. So right now, unfortunately, I'm not playing anything. I'd like to be playing WWE 13. My mom bought that for me for Christmas, but I haven't gotten to play it yet, because I don't have a functioning Xbox here, and whenever I go over to my mom's, I forget to fucking grab it. So that's getting on my nerves. However, before I moved, I was almost exclusively playing Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, with the exceptions being the games that I Let's Played, but I played the shit out of Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, so I guess that's the closest to a real answer that we're gonna have. Oh, and a lot of FIFA 11. Yes, I actually am a football fan. Go Swindon Town! And the last 3 questions come from Big Bad Murphy. The first question is, dry rub or sauce on your ribs? I am ashamed to admit it, since I am fat as hell, I have never had dry rub ribs. Anytime I've ever had ribs, they have had sauce on them. And I feel as if I'm not truly living the fat-ass lifestyle, since I've not had dry rub ribs. So, like Miss Lily's question earlier, I can't really properly answer that. Second question, favorite forum? I don't spend a lot of time on many forums. Really, the only 2 forums that I spend time on are WrestlingForums.com and the Chaos Theater Forum. I used to spend quite a bit of time in Your Pants. No, I don't mean Your Pants, viewer. I mean a forum called Your Pants. But I haven't checked that in I don't know how long, so that's that. And the final question from Big Bad Murphy, and as a whole, favorite Zelda game other than Ocarina of Time? First of all, you get credit for, saying other than Ocarina of Time, because that's my favorite game of all time. I'm gonna have to go with Wind Waker. And I'm probably gonna get some shit from some of you guys for that, but I like the fact that they tried something different with such a beloved character, with such a beloved series of games. I love the fact that they decided to go outside of the box and jump the shark and do something totally different with it. And I feel like a lot of people don't judge the game fairly because of the fact that it has cel-shaded graphics, and they're exclusively focused on that. And It's kind of a bummer, because they're missing out on a really fucking good game. Now, I'll admit, I've never beaten it, which sucks. I came close once, but then my GameCube died. Or the fucking game got scratched up, or something like that. But I've never beaten it. I'd like to get around to playing it again, hopefully beating it, but the only Zelda game I've ever actually beaten was Ocarina of Time, which I'm kind of ashamed to say, because, come on, it's fucking Zelda, but I digress. That was the last of my questions, and that about does it for this episode of The Brandon Brownson Unscripted. Be sure to leave me topics for the next episode, questions. Let me try that again. Take 2. That about does it for this episode of The Brandon Brownson Unscripted. Be sure to leave me questions for next time down there in the comments section below. Check the links in the crotch bar. Be sure to like us on Facebook, the Facebook fan page. Be sure to check out my first EP, download it if you want. There's a couple channels down there you should check out of some of my buddies, and stuff and things, other places you can find me around the interwebs. Like, comment, subscribe, The Brandon Brownson, signing out. And press the button. Press the button. The button!